Okay, so I spend a lot of my time at work on my breaks watching YouTube videos. And a lot of the YouTube videos I watch are like brake checks gone wrong, stupid drivers in cars, stuff like that. Sometimes I'll see, there's videos I watch of channels I subscribe to, of course, but I see a lot of these dash cam videos, instant karma, stuff like that, and I keep seeing a very similar story every time, and that is that someone is trying to scam somebody. There's a popular insurance scam going out there where pedestrians will either throw themselves onto the hood of your car and then claim to be hit. They'll even be I love this phrase I'm about to use, they'll even be in cahoots with another standby that is going to play the witness that says that they saw this vehicle hit this person. Or other drivers will do it where they stop in front of you and you come to a stop behind them, but then you didn't hit them, so they throw it in reverse and crash into you, but then claim that you hit them from behind. They claim neck injuries. It's an insurance fraud problem. So let's throw in the scenario that you have a dash cam. You catch all of this on video. What really gets me is seeing the driver of this car that is being victimized, and this driver gets out and they point at their car. They're like, "I've got this on camera." This lady cuts this dude off, improper lane change, and she collides with him, but it was the rear quarter panel of her car into the front end of his car. So she tried to claim that he hit her from behind. And before the officer arrives, the guy explains to the lady that it's on a dash cam. And so what I want to tell people is the best way to stop this type of behavior, the very best way to stop other people from attempting this type of bullshit is go on ahead, be polite, be cordial. There's no reason to treat this person like crap. The court system's going to do that for you. So they're claiming that you hit them, fine. Let's imagine the scenario is... Sorry. Let's imagine that the scenario is that they're stopped at a red light ahead of you. You come up behind them and you stop at least an easy 5 or 6 feet behind them. You both are at a complete stop. All of a sudden, their reverse lights come on. You look up behind you. Someone stops behind you. You can't go anywhere. They back up right into you, right? So now let's say they're saying, "He hit me. Ow, my neck hurts." And the police show up because that's your best move. As an intelligent person who is noticing that you're about to be victimized here, it does not look good for you, call the police. You have this on dash cam. You've got nothing to worry about. So the police show up. If by chance the police come to you first, politely tell the officer, "This lady is claiming that I rear-ended her, so I would appreciate it if you would take the victim's statement first." And it's important that you show the officer your air quotes. Let the officer know in hints that they need to talk to this other person first. They need to take this other person's official statement first. Let this other person tell an officer that you rear-ended them, right? Let this other person tell them that. Then the officer is going to come talk to you. You need to make sure, before you make your statement to the officer, you need to make sure that this other person has sealed their fate. They have told their side, and that's the side they're going to stick with. No changing it. They need to make that an official statement before you tell this officer, "I have a dash cam." Make that other person dig their own stupid grave. Let them have to deal with all the legal BS because they wanted to try to be a deceitful person. Then you can deceive them by omission. Don't tell them about your dash cam right away. Stop doing that. I know in the moment it seems like the thing to do because this other person is claiming victimhood. They're claiming this, and you know for a fact that they're full of it. And it is nice. It's nice to watch the facial expression of somebody as you tell them, "It's on video, homeboy. You're not going to get away with that. And it's nice to see that in the moment. I know. But how much nicer is it? Sorry. I wish I could edit that out. I don't know enough about all this to edit out my coughing. But how much nicer is it going to be to know that instead of just dealing with being at fault for an accident, now they've got to go to court for filing a false report, lying on an official statement? That's not stuff that you can just write off. That's not stuff that you can just be like slap on. That's stuff that, they're going to be tied up for a while on that. And so I think that's important. I think people should really stick to that as a rule. Yeah, get a dash cam. You're damn straight. But when I get back on the road, my vehicle is going to have forward and rear facing dash cams. I've had enough incidents back when I had my Cadillac where I really wish I had those cameras on that Cadillac. I would have avoided a lot of crap. So either way, it's great to have your dash cams. That's actually preferred because of these scenarios being more popular these days for some odd reason. With technology being more prominent and cameras being more available in more vehicles, I'm seeing cameras from Russia and India and places where people have less money than you would think. They're less off economies than ours, amazingly, because ours is not doing that great right now. Let's all be honest. So I don't know. I just think if more people that have that type of I want to be the victim but still act like an asshole and cause accidents and cause harm to other people and still try to play a victim and still try to get some type of bonus out of causing a scenario, causing an accident, causing damage, causing loss of money, and you want to still act like you're not the one at fault and you deserve something out of it, I think those people deserve to get the full weight of the shit on their shoulders. They need to deal with that shit show. So just wait on disclosing that video to the officer until you know that this other person has sealed their fate with the law, that they've gone with their official statement as is, that they're going to say you rear-ended them, and then you release your video to the police and let it be known for a fact that's not what happened. And then that person gets to deal with not only being at fault for the accident, so damages, the ding to their insurance, this, that, and the next thing, but then they have to go to court for these false statement charges also. So that's ultimately, and I've seen the comments in the threads to these videos all the time. I want to make that comment, but I'm stopped from making it because I always see it in the thread before I make the comment. I do my comment scan and I'm like, yep, someone's on the ball with it just like I am. You shouldn't be disclosing your video before the cops show up. Let them make that statement. Let them seal their fate. I don't know if the rules are the same in every country. I don't know if in Russia, if you say something to the cops, but then it's found out later that's not the truth. I don't know if that's extra charges. I would think, because that causes extra work for, you would just think that it's an extra charge. But either way, it's different everywhere. But that's all I wanted to really talk about on this. I could have probably put together a decent video. I don't know. I really should learn the production aspect of this and actually try to start putting together some decent things. But that's for the future. Right now, I'm just doing it raw. That sounds so bad. God damn it, I'm a pervert. Right now, we're just raw dogging it. So I'm going to call it a night. Thank you to the one person I've seen show up. I appreciate you watching. And hope everybody has a safe weekend.